Okay everyone, today I went to a garage sale and got this alarm clock here. I don't know if it works or not, I don't know how to set it, and it's only 25 cents, so I decided maybe it would be good to do a teardown of it. So here we go. Took the two screws on the back off and this part come off. I mounted the knobs on here so I could show you what it does, how it works. Show you how it works. If I turn the alarm knob, twist it like that. I don't know what this knob, it says time on this knob, I don't know what that does. You try turning it the way it should be turned and it doesn't want to turn. Don't know if that's correct or not. And there you go, there's a whole bunch of gears inside it. You can see the winding. You just saw the winding thing on it. It was up a little bit out of there and I turned it and went out of it, back into it. Now if I lift this thing here up, it'll start. See? You can see it turning. There it goes and winding up. And this thing that's supposed to be hitting the case, so it makes a wigging sound, because that's what happens when the alarm goes off. And that's how it works. Let's try this. I see some nuts in here. I think if I twist the nuts, it might come, the rest of it will come off. So we can see what's under this here. Let's do that. If I can. If I had some pliers. Okay, I found some pliers in the other garage, so I'm just going to blow them and use them for this. For getting this, getting the rest of it taken apart. So I'm going to do that right now. Gotta get these nuts off of here. There's several nuts on here, about 4 or 5 nuts on this. Tiny nuts on here. You get to take off of here. I'll finish the video once we get. Okay, I just got all the nuts taken off of it, and now things lifting up and things going crazy. Got some of this coming off of it. I trying to get to the bottom. Here's this thing here. It looks like a gear of. This must be the winding. When it winds up, it turns this. Something. I don't know. Let's see if we get to the inside of it. If I can. There we go. Whole bunch of gears as you see in there. There's our winding, the winding strip, or whatever they call that. I'll be looking up in a minute on the internet to get. We'll finish the video and we'll make it up on the internet once I get looked up what it looks like inside a mechanical alarm clock. I think that's what they call it, a mechanical alarm clock. It doesn't use no electricity in it at all. It's just winding, with power winding it up. Next thing went crazy on me. It went. Try the whole thing. Try to do this. Now it's not going to work no more, but we can see inside it. There's our winding of that one. Winding strip, or whatever you want to call that. We'll look it up on the internet, see what it's really called. It's probably not called winding strip, probably called something else. There's another winding strip. A whole bunch of gears. Let's see if I can take this off. Look at that. Look at all that winding strip we have. Wonder what it's made of. There it is. Here's the other one that's smaller. It's on a gear. The gears probably go in between the middle of it, so that when it winds up, the thing turns that gear. There's a whole bunch of gears in there. Try to get them where they look like the never hasn't been moved. This is the best I can do for a teardown video. It was kind of hard getting it to come apart. This is only 25 cents from a garage sale, and I thought about that's not enough. That's not very much money if you're going to take it apart. It's well worth it. 25 cents. What can you lose? Take these gears off of here. Think we can we get into that or not? There's another gear in there. You probably can't see it on the camera. It's behind this. There's a big gear behind this thing. About the size, almost, it's a little bit, maybe a quarter-inch off. Maybe 1/8 of an inch. I don't know how much inches. Less than a quarter inch off the diameter gear. You can't see it on the camera because it's buried. Well, you can see it. You can kind of see it right here in the middle. If I can get to it. On this gear here, there's a wire on it. It's probably one of them, what you call it, winding strips. Instead, there's a smaller one. Pretty long. Over there at the top. Let's see if I can get this part off. So you get under this. It's coming off. Probably sharp there too. trying to get the rest of the way off and see if I can get it. There we go. Now you can see the gear that I was talking about. It's right here. That thing there, that's the gear I was talking about. That you couldn't see on the camera. Because it was... I wonder if that gear controls. Ooh, the knee of the hands are coming off of it. Are loose. This head right here, this gear here, it controls, I think, the seconds. The seconds on it. On the alarm clock. The seconds hand. Because it's not the minute hand, and I don't think it's hour hand. Because the minute and hour hand are different. Maybe it is. No, it ain't the minute hand, it's the seconds hand. And it turns the second hand on it. I think there was something wrong with it because I couldn't get them to move at all, no matter how hard I tried. There's a gear here that turns it, that turns this gear that has that on there, whatever that is. So, I think that's about it with it. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, then, now we're going to go take a look at to see if there's something on the internet. And hopefully there is on what's inside a mechanical alarm clock. Let's go take a look. For me, I found a site called howstuffworks.com, and they have inside a wind-up alarm clock. Let's take a look now. There's a picture of one. It looks different than ours, but should be the same principle. The following picture allows the oscillating wheel in the foreground. What's the oscillating wheel? And with gears delivering power to it. Must be this thing here. I didn't see nothing on it. Maybe this is the oscillating wheel on it. This here. That might be the oscillating wheel. Because although the clock looks complicated, there are only about a dozen moving parts, and there are 4 gears. How many gears do we got here? Oh, we have more than 4, I know. This is a different one. There are 4 gears between the main spring and the escapement wheel. The 4th gear is shaft drives the second hand. There is the escape wheel, the anchor, and the oscillating wheel and spring. There are 4 gears for the hour hand. And for the hour hand, minute hand, and alarm hand. Oh, it says, I misthought about it. When I said about 4 gears, it says between the main spring and the escapement wheel, but that's probably not all of them together. I thought it was all together. Those are those gears for the alarm hammer. The alarm hammer, let's see if we have it still. I don't think we have it. Or do we have it? Alarm hammer is probably this. It's probably this piece here I'm getting out of here. This here. This is probably an alarm hammer. So I think this thing was spring controlled and it hit the thing on there, like tapped it. Maybe not. They have a picture showing what it looks like, what each part is. Let me take the regular tab. I'm gonna look up something. Let's look up escapement. Escapement wheel. What does it look like? Okay, so this is the escapement wheel, because that looks exactly just like that on there. It's in the middle of the whole thing. Now, what else do you have to look up? The main spring. Maybe this is what they call a spring. This wind-up thing. They might call this a spring. How many springs does it say that's in here? Main spring and the escapement wheel, the 4th gear. Wish I had more about it. Let's go take a look, see what else they have. We have only waited 4 minutes. Let's take a look at what else is on the internet. Don't want to do a YouTube video. I guess that's the only thing we can do about it. This is we know what the spring does. I know what it does. We don't know really what it's called unless it was called the main spring. This could be a spring. This probably is a spring. This is probably when they call the spring that they wind the spring up. Yeah, that sounds right. You wind the spring up. So this is called a spring. You wind it up. Like when you turn the knob, it winds it, and then it starts moving. And I think that's about it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it.